This is just a small speech about an attempt to make a discographic database with very limited means. And it all started 2 years ago when I met a Norwegian collector of shellac records, one of the most serious. And we decided to establish a society for historic sound in Norway. And one of the first tasks we set us was to make a Norwegian discography. And he said it has to be a spreadsheet. And I thought, okay, I've been working with spreadsheets and discographic databases a lot, and we all know that it's much more to it than a spreadsheet. There are names, there are artists, there are the work titles, there are recordings, there are matrix numbers, releases, everyone, and they are interconnected in a multi-dimensional way. This is part of the DAR, D-A-H-R database from California. So I have been looking a bit into it. And just a small part of it. And you know this, of course. Sorry, Klaus Peter, it is a screen dump of the GHT database. And so we should make also something, but what was our assets? What kind of resources did we have? Nearly nothing. We had no money. We had no permanent organization behind us. We had no technical resources. We had no long-term guarantees. So out of this, we tried to make some goals for what we would like to do. We would have an open and self-explaining database. It should be possible to go back to the database anytime and understand it. It should be open, no proprietary software of any kind, not to be locked into any system at all. So even a spreadsheet would be too much, because if you use Excel or any other spreadsheet, you have those fancy functions and you have Visual Basic and everything that you make much more things than you actually could do in a spreadsheet. But we didn't want to use that either. So our solution was simply a two-dimensional alphanumeric table. Just text and yeah, just text and numbers in 2 dimensions. So this was our goal. This was our starting point, and we ended up with something like this. And this is not easy to see, but and of course to read and to write into a table, you have to use a spreadsheet. That is the normal way of adding to and integrating with a table. This is residing in Google Drive. This is a Google Sheet, and it consists of 27 columns and one row. This is the important thing. One row consists of the connection between one recording and one release. You could think about it as one side of a shellac recording. Or you could think about it as one track. The data for the recording, of course, is the normal things, the matrix numbers, date, venues, and then the difficult thing, of course, the names, which has to be, and that is a problem with this kind of database. Every name has to be written each time it comes in every row, and exact the same way. while you in a relational database you can use it just once and just be a pointer to it. Data for one release, it's the same thing. It's labels, catalog numbers, physical characteristics, and so again all the names, but this time how it's written on a label, if we have access to the label then. And in addition to that, we have links to label pictures. This is outside the database. The links are made up entirely from data in one row and doesn't have to be in the data in the table itself. So this is in fact could be the end of it. This is an online database. It's a multi-user spreadsheet. It can be searched, it can be filtered, it can be sorted. But it happened that our members, our collectors, was not very happy with it. It was too complicated. This is for academics. Our membership, you are part of it, is quite academics in this room here, but our members are collectors. They want simple listings, listings of releases. But still, this way of making the central table is, I can go back to Klaus Peter's picture here. You have the name tracks here, which is exactly the same as our small row, with the addition that we have to put all the data in this, but as you have just to put 2 pointers, one pointer to the left, one pointer to the right. So we have to expand this to get all this kind of information. So this is a small part of the database, or the spreadsheet, or whatever you would call it, as it can be seen. So we had to make something more to take care of the user's wishes. And we took, we started with a text file. This is the data in pure text file. It's a CSV as a comma separated values. You can print it out if you like. We have written some programs who reads this and write out 2 text files in a very special format. This format is made only for the InDesign, and I don't know if anyone you know InDesign, but InDesign, these text formats can be read into InDesign and placed in there, and then the InDesign file may be exported to a PDF. So this is outside the table. This is maybe one of the good things with this system is that the database is in one part, and how we use it is another thing. How we present is another thing outside the database. I'll show you 2 examples for at the output from this InDesign, and I have a link assistant somewhere here. India? No? Yeah. Not yet India, but just a second. I think we can, all the data in this are taken from the table. Not all of them, but most of it. It is for its release, sorted in releases. You can see names from the label here. Now and then we have names just only, both for the label and an original name. We have the composers and we have the artist top sum. There we are. All the small links here, E1, 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 are links to the label pictures. So now you can do your magic. Ta-da! Yeah.
So, like this.
Yeah.
Like that.
And we can also go back to the PowerPoint again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is the matrix number catalog. Here you can see some of these recordings has made it onto 2 different releases, and everyone has most everyone has an E1. So once again, please. So, what is the main takeout from this? This, but on the top, this is the database. All the other things are outside the database. I look upon this as something that anyone can do. Now, I have been doing the programming. I happen to know InDesign, so this is my take on it. But anyone can start at the top and use it for some kind of presentations which would suit them. And I'm quite sure that within a few years we will have something like this, that we have a AI questioning sort, and we just still the question, and they're doing all the work. So you can ask the table of, can you make a copy of a table of just the artist so and so and his best recordings and so on, and AI will go into web and find everything you need in addition to the database. So this is actually what I had planned to tell you about. It is you could discuss a bit where to put your work. To make a relational database is a lot of work. When it is done, it's fairly easy to fill it with the right data. The relational database gives you all the possibilities of presenting something, but you have to be inside the system. Are you inside FileMaker? The FileMaker defines how you can present the data. Are you inside Microsoft Access? FileMaker Access defines how you can do your presentations. Here we have the opposite thing. We have no kind of presentations in the table. We can do everything we want outside, and it shows that these quite simple tables are enough for 95% of the users. Okay, the academics, they can go online and they can filter, they can search, they can sort everything. They have what they want. It's a bit more complicated for them. That's all. Thank you.